What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 28 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded King Louen campaign. So as we saw last time, battles aplenty were had as the goal was to advance a bunch of turns forward so that we could get our newer armies into position to, well, fight more battles. We at least to some degree achieved that, getting a debut battle for the Outlaw army, which was pretty nice, and plenty of other battles besides. And this time around we're going to have to continue our way northward through the Disciples of the Maw territories, as well as starting to work on clan Moors to some degree, although we did already damage them reasonably heavily with Reponse last time, and then continuing moving our new troops and new armies forward into hopefully, well, more battles as we head towards the end of the campaign. Now, the only things that we need to do this turn still are to move the Fey Enchantress, who's going to quickly just take Barak Var, which I would imagine, yeah, okay, that should be auto-resolvable. We'll send both of the armies in, of course. And I still don't know what the heck happened to SKRAG. He had a full stack. I don't think he was at war with anybody, so it should be still hanging around here somewhere. Is he at war with the... Okay, he is at war with SKRAG now, but I don't think he attacked them, or at least I doubt it. But anyway, you go right here. We'll auto-resolve Barak Var because there's no defenses. And... wait... Don't trust the auto-resolve not to kill off half your peasants. Alright, and you're good. Ruby Ring of Ruin useless. Somebody completed a trough. And, oh, you're maxed out. Well, that's lovely. Alright, well, I guess we just won't have to pick a new one for a while. The rest of these territories should fall easy. Ah, there he is. There's that full stack. Okay, ooh, and he can reach us. Might be in for a fight, Fey Enchantress, with your army at half HP, no less. Okay, well, if it happens, it happens. And in the meantime, we can also move our pawn slowly towards Crooked Fang Fort. I was originally going to have her take Morgheim, but it looks like... Cetra's going to try to take it for himself, so... We were going to trade it to Cetra anyway, so we're going to put you right here in our own territory in ambush, and then either the rats come to us and we take them out, or we move ourselves to Crooked Fang Fort right after. This way we won't have to interrupt anything. And I believe we are looking good now. No money left to do any buildings, as I did them between the episodes, so let's end the turn, and let's see what happens. Alright, Settlement Besiege, Myrmidons, yes, that's us besieging. I really wish that there was an easy way to distinguish. Join war now. Man, everybody's been wanting us to join the war against the Exiles of Nehek for absolute ages, and we just ain't doing it. I mean, frankly, they'll die on their own, and honestly, maybe we should just declare war on them because... Ooh, hello, full stack. Are you going for Schwarzhofen? Okay, we'll have to see about that. Maybe we should just join war against the Exiles of Nehek just because we can, and it will make everybody friendlier up there. But for now, we got other things to do. So, Louen, you are able to reach Grenstad, should you desire to do so. Just barely, 1% remaining. Do
not mistake me for the...
You're probably going to go after Schwarzhofen. Decent likelihood, I would say. But we can't stop you. At least not right now. Which is mildly problematic. Draika, ooh, yes, good job, Draika. Moving out this way will mean hopefully we don't have to deal with the Bone Rattlers coming down to Waldenhof before we can do anything about that. I see SKRAG is still running around and not attacking anybody, or not attacking us at the very least. And, oh, Turthu. He sacked Doc Karaz. Now, I don't particularly care about Doc Karaz, but I think we should still probably take it, just because we're here. Ooh. Wait, we could take Karak Angazar and Doc Karaz at the same time, possibly. Oh, wow, look at that, Eichendorf. Actually has some decent defenses. We might be able to do something about that. I don't think SKRAG can reach us. Let's try this. We'll separate these two armies, and I'm just gonna hope that I didn't screw us over by doing this. Because if there's a full, like, rat stack out here, it'll be a problem. And another Terrifying Mask of E. Man, we keep getting these useless Terrifying Masks of E. But hey, on the bright side, we can still transform them into other items. And... I'm pretty good in terms of itemization. There's a few spare items, but few and far between, I would say. We don't have enough items to give to all of our heroes. So, yeah. You are going to take Angazar. And yeah, it looks like the ogres are already very much on the back foot, as the balance of power will probably shift pretty much, nullifying them. They were the next strongest faction after our allies, and now they don't look so strong. Alrighty, yeah, I can collect the income here. Just briefly, we'll probably trade a decent amount of this territory, because I'm not into the additional territories at this point. You are going to quickly take Myrmidons, like so. Nothing died now. Not worth the time. I guess we could have sent all the men-at-arms up the walls, but with only a couple goblin or gnobler defenders, there wouldn't have been any need. Yeah, Blessing of the Lady, nice. And you're now level 13, Yasmina, which means we need to replace you. And you are melancholic, not magnanimous, but that doesn't mean that we won't replace you nonetheless. Let's say... Another prophetess, honorable, uncompromising, and another magnanimous, fantastic. Alright, very, very nice. You go here, transfer troops. And then we'll send you somewhere where the money... Oh, we could keep you here. Nah, but this will actually probably be a cash cow sort of province. We could send you somewhere else. In fact, wait, Marie Le Chasseur is magnanimous, so we could send her here. Though on the other hand, we could also send her to Vulture Mountain, which is actually making decent cash. Fine.
What is your behest?
Send her here for now. I think Al-Haik right now is making the most money by far at 3.9k. Still nothing like Altdorf would be making, but still pretty good. Alright, you guys stay here, take Verdanos and Zvorak, hopefully without us having to do anything. And let's continue. Louen, how do we do this with you? First of all, this camp needs to be destroyed. Aberheim also needs to be taken. The dwarfs are unlikely to be able to take it, though, so we could always loop it back around with Louen. I wonder if we attack this camp, would we be able to still reach where we need to go? Let's give it a try. Alright, wait, Malene, you need to follow along. Keep getting that magnanimity rising, as in leveling yourself up. And ooh, before we attack, we've got extra valor to spend, which means you two are going to be heroism of a negation. And yeah, these guys, for whatever reason, the negation, it's still negation, but it looks like renewal here, the symbol I mean. But it is negation, you can still see it in the immunity to contact effect still. But anyway, oh my lord, you have a lot of knights. Okay, wait, let's see if I can do this correctly. First of all, Troop Ferry, you are transferring all of this, I sent you the wrong place, transferring all of this to Baron Thegan, who will be our aerial army, or our flying army. This is not its final form. We need additional flying units in here from allies, and then our elite flying units, we just don't have the capacity to build them right now, as all of the new ones went to Louen. You're going to go up north, then we're going to head you to start fighting Norska. Maybe you destroy the Vanaheimlings, or maybe go up here. It's an absolute shambles up here, even though that's where I was going to send Louen. And frankly, it's still probably the case, as it's the only likely way that we'll be able to have him have a nice little showdown with Archaon. Wouldn't feel quite right ending the campaign without Louen versus Archaon. If we can find him, I mean. Anyway, Jolene Le Jongleur, you're one of the magnanimous ones, yes? Yes, good. Alright, you're gonna go here. Giovanni, you are going to transfer these units all together in a second. And yeah, last episode, all this unit transfer, I mostly edited out, but I think we jumped enough turns so that this could be a regular episode. We'll see. Generally, the reasoning for the way that last episode went, other than, you know, lots and lots of battles, fun and all that, is that as campaigns age on and as engagement and, well, generally engagement and to a slightly lesser degree, but yes, viewership drops, it actually becomes detrimental to a YouTube channel to actually post anything. And because the algorithm doesn't like things that do poorly. And, well, I guess that's the reason why a lot of YouTubers do like a second channel to offload their stuff after... Yeah, let's take the money. After the engagement drops, but I haven't had time to do that sort of thing. Ooh, 5,000 gold, good job, Adelard, and I guess you're gonna head this way, but stay in our own sea for now so that you can heal up. We also have to keep an eye on your enemies out here, but you should be fine. Stay at sea, buddy. Alrighty, you, Cedric. I would like you to move out here. You can return there in a second. Continue recruiting. Troop Ferry, you need to grab both of these guys, the Hermit Knights and the Zotes, as they are going to the Fey Enchantress. You're going to have quite the travel time to get there, though. And I guess, well, we'll want to transfer the Grail Knights to her as well, mostly because we don't have Grail Guardians to give her as yet, but that's okay. Alrighty. Do these guys have Guardian, by the way? No, they don't. Huh. They don't have the Guardian trait like the Grail Guardians. A shame. Alright. Go here. Cedric will return you there. There we go. Alrighty. Louen, we'll move you in a bit, buddy. Stop staring at me. Response. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. These guys actually moved away. Oh. You're gonna let them recover? Unbelievable. Alright, Response, we're just gonna have you do it since we can't trust the AI to be competent. Hey, Tech Thieves. Actually succeeding for once. Good job. You still have not succeeded a single time.
Raise it to the ground.
And that failure streak, I guess, is gonna continue. Alright, Response. Go ahead and take more time. Should be auto-resolvable. There's basically nothing there. Like so, and... oh! Herzag's there. But his forces are so weak, they're not worth fighting. If it was medium casualties, and
Now to battle for Bretonnia.
We've had some tough fights with Response. This is not going to be a tough fight. Did she defeat Herzag before? No, so she at least gets the physical resistance plus 10. Would have actually loved to have gotten that on... another valet. A vow completed for the Pal Aladdin. You are going to now go to Valor. Beautiful, nearly complete. What was I saying? I would have loved to have gotten the physical resistance trait on Louen because he's a bigger target on Beaky, but, well. Alright, now, let's keep moving in the meantime. Yasmina and... oh, that's you guys. You've already moved, and you can... I forget, was I gonna keep you here? Yeah, I guess we'll keep you here. Yeah, that's fine.
The lady is with you.
In fact, you go out here, and both of you do channeling, and then you enter this place, and I guess we'll rename you to Oppressor. Lovely. Alrighty, and then you can just stay at Myrmidons. We also have to trade Argalis from the... from Arguelon, from Durthu, although I fear that might be a little bit problematic. What do we have out here? Ooh, hello. We have some Dark Elves sitting in the Chamber of Visions. Is this worthy of a fight? It might be just by virtue of the fact that we haven't yet fought the Dark Elves, and until we actually meet Rakarth down here, presumably somewhere, this will probably be a bunch of auto-resolve, so we're gonna fight that in a second. And, we got some men-at-arms with longbows for you. Originally this was going to be a temporary army, but hey, it's doing its own thing now. And we'll keep it out at sea, gathering stuff. It can function. It's got melee, it's got range, it's got trebs, it's got knights, and just sort of leftover units from other armies, but hey, if it works, it works. You are phlegmatic. I think we don't need you. I mean, I guess we could send you southward to follow... Alberic, but we can do that with another, hopefully magnanimous prophetess once, yeah, goodbye. Wait. Okay, no. I just had to check whether there was anything there. Ancillary-wise, man. Alrighty, Cedric, Alberic, we'll fight with you in a second. Oppressor, Malene, Baron Thegan, Kira Knightley. Oh, right, you are going to maybe besiege Everheim. We'll see in a second. And who are you? Veronique Le Guardian. Oh, right, you are one of the new mages for Response who wants a pile of damsels in her army. Yeah, would probably want a third one in there as well, so we have access to all the lores of magic and have all those small spot for the small folk buffs. And also, while we're at it, I also noticed that the Valor needs to be upgraded on the 2 new Grail Knights. All of you go into negation, please. Thank you, thank you. Alright. And 1, 2, okay, well, this is probably a few too many of these knights, but we'll probably do some transferring. In fact, do we have a lord that has discipline? Ritual of Discipline, we do, down here, but he is not available for 3 turns. Alright. We get like a temporary lord like you, Bohemond. Do you have any vows? You have the knight's vow at least. Alright, that's fine. And you can do... Honestly, since you're just temporary, none of this is really going to matter at all. And I don't think we're gonna be finding any of these guys, so let's go to Manan again. Alright, what I want you to do is take 5, 10, 11. This means you have room for 8 units, and if I'm correct, this is 8 units that are going to go to Loun's army, and then Louen will have 8 spare units to go into your army, and then you're going to be one of Loun's follower armies, just to clean up garbage that he doesn't want to chase. There we go, with plenty of Knights of the Realm. Nice. And then this stuff is going to go to other armies. Alright, still a few things that I want to try in this Bretonnian campaign. Is pretty clear, I think. Anyway, I think we'll move Louen afterwards, because this is going to be auto-resolvey. Now let's have Alberic do a little bit of fighting against some Dark Elves, shall we? Get into the Crusade stance. Let's level up your pals. And attack. Alright, self-centered for you. We are the elite for you. I don't know why I did one order for one and the other order for the other. Gonna have to once again go with Shield of Thorns, I think. The Dwellers Below is great, in fact, it's ludicrous, but it's rarely going to be used in this particular army, I would think. Shield of Thorns. Alright, and Alberic, time to declare war on you guys by joining war by talking to the Cult of Sotek. Why the Cult of Sotek? Mostly because we don't have any allies. Other nearby allies that are at war. Even Itza's not at war with these guys, surprisingly. We could probably force them into it. Huh. Alright, we'll see about that. Oh, we don't know the Cult of Sotek. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Huh.
You will pay the price for your insolence.
Yeah, Rakarth, relax. Okay, wait. How do we do this? You are at war with Clan Pestilence. Would we be able to get you to join war? No, wait, we wouldn't. We could join your war against Clan Pestilence. It won't get us any closer to defensive alliances, though. Damn. Is anybody close enough to identify the Cult of Sotek for us? No. I mean, I guess we just could declare war on both of them, in which case we'd be declaring war against Clan Pestilence as well. I don't even know where Clan Pestilence is. Oh, wait. They're right here. They're in the Star Tower. Is this their only settlement? Wait, this actually might be a problem. Yeah, that's their only settlement. Huh. Fascinating. I'm gonna hope Itza destroys them. Okay, so the problem with this is the fact that if they probably have multiple stacks sitting around the Star Tower, right? The second we declare war on them, they start sailing out here, where we currently have no defenses whatsoever.
The lady
Which makes me not want to join war against them. Rakarth, who else are you at war with?
Do you not understand?
Okay, fine. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll ask the Hunts Marshal to do this. Join war against Clan the Thousand Maws. The reason I didn't really want to do that earlier was because Itza and the Cult of Sotek both don't like Marcus. Oh well, just give us your cash, bud. Alright.
Very well.
Alright, and I see that didn't screw our reliability, so we're good. That took way too long. Attack the Chamber of Visions. Let's get those knights knighting and fight some Dark Elves.
Honor awaits.
Alrighty, here we go. Dark Elves. I don't think that this is going to be a particularly problematic sort of army, but they do have some nice units. A Blackguard of Nagaround right there, and certainly against Knights of the Realm. This is a unit that could be very threatening. We've seen the Grail Knights get pretty much destroyed by Giant Slayers, so I wouldn't expect Knights of the Realm to last against Blackguard of Nagaround. There's a Feral Stegodon here as as well. Odd to see lizardmen units in non-lizardmen armies, but that's a Ricard for you. And there is a Medusa as well, but I don't think that Medusa is going to be there for all that long, as we're sending Alberic and his paladins to bring it down. Already down to about half HP, but the anthill is kicked and the enemy is moving towards us. This army does play a little bit differently than Louen's army, which is our other knightly army, and just by virtue of the fact that we like to sit back and let our trebuchets do their thing. And we got a lovely, very high elevation hill, and compared to normal hills up here, so the enemy will have to walk all the way to our trebuchets while under bombardment, and then promptly get charged by all the knights. And though of course we have a few knightly units in the in our flanking locations, or on the flanks rather, which are going to be fighting the enemy Dark Riders and Doomfire Warlocks. Alright, right into the side of those Doomfire Warlocks, and the Knights of the Realm being anti-large, and the Doomfires being very fragile. Should be able to take care of them, no problem. And then of course the same thing goes even worse for the Dark Riders, as they are very, very fragile. Similarly to putting our own Knights of the Realm against a unit of a yeoman cavalry, either type, missile or melee. Maybe a little bit tougher for the Dark Riders, but nonetheless. Anyway, Dark Riders and Doomfire Warlocks are gone. Black Ark Corsairs and 2 units of Black Ark Corsairs, which were trying to flank us, pretty much destroyed as well. Looks like Alberic has gotten rid of the enemy lord, and, well, the battle will soon be ours. The enemy is starting to make their way up the hill, and that's why we saved 4 of our units of knights, and these are the units that can transform into melee infantry, should they desire to do so. I just don't think it'll be all that necessary. Not in this battle, at any rate. Over on the other flank, the rightmost flank, it looks like the enemy Feral Bears just got ripped apart with a single attack, and now the rest of our knights, led by the 12th Knights in this particular case, are moving towards those enemy Reaper Bolt Throwers, though to be fair, said Bolt Throwers have not achieved all that much in this particular battle. And there we go, charge on in right into the blob, and then the blessed trebuchets keep hammering away at the enemy. Alberic has also found the enemy Feral Stig, and I'm sure Tempest will rip it apart without any issue. It's already at half HP, shaken, Lord dead, and I'm sure army losses will come into play any second now, especially as the knights have surrounded the enemy range infantry, or missile infantry. And you gotta love, once again, those blessed field trebs continuing to drop fire on the enemy and not hurting our own knights. It's interesting that the army composition of this feels, well, very, very similar to Louen, but the army functions quite differently, which is always nice to see. Anyway, with that, it looks like the enemy will rout. Alberic has defeated the Feral Stig and taken basically no damage himself, and frankly, I think we barely took any damage whatsoever. The only really threatening unit, the Blackguard of Nagaron, fought here, and we sent in our infantry to deal with them, rather than our Knights of the Realm, so as to take advantage of the rock, paper, scissors-ness. Alright, well, let's face it, that was never going to go well for the 1,000 Maws there. The standouts in terms of our knights were the Jedi Knights, the Gendarmes, the Knights of Sidonia, and the Knights of Sidonia. Alrighty, and the trench buckets didn't do too bad either. The Lady's Skipping Stones and the Imbued Holy Grail Thrower, both edging out the other two, at least in terms of kills and damage. Good job to you two. Alright, we're gonna take these, we're gonna occupy the Chamber of Visions. This actually might be a province we would like to keep. And a free Talisman of Protection.
Protector of the
I'm gonna turn my nose up at that. Still a useful item to have. We've got one turn until the last of our farm buffs is up and running, so the water pumps, so we'll have a plus 40% income from farms from these two together. We may also want to get farriers later on for the speed for the cav. I think there was something somewhere. Yeah, good job, Ruinous. Something somewhere. You idiot. Add this. Strong leather armor +5 for all non-knight units, and melee defense +2, which a little bit less good, but, well, the relatively low armored peasants could use the additional armor, so unless there's something else that gives us additional income or reduction in upkeep, which I don't think that there is, that'll probably be the thing that we'll want to move towards. And frankly, regular tourneys, it gives us a +4/+4 for all knights faction-wide, which is pretty darn fantastic. And it does make sense why it's so far into the Bretonian tech tree. Come on, attack. Alright, we'll obviously auto-resolve Aberheim camp here, and assuming the peasants won't die. And now it looks like we're okay. Alright, take the money again, Louen. We need a lot of money now, because we're building new armies aplenty, and we are also... One second, you do not need that Dragonbane gem. We are also going to need to upgrade a lot of stuff. You still can't reach Frederick Stillman, can you? You can reach Grenstad. I have to wonder, would you still be able to reach it if we move to Aberheim? I don't think so, unfortunately. I would have liked to have been able to do both, rather than allow Thorgrim to take Grenstad, which I don't think we should allow. I wonder if we could somehow get Durthu up here to Migdelvan Galbarak and Carrick Hearn, so that he can take those rather than territories down here. Actually, if we could link Bretonian territories, something like this, and then up through the Border Princes, and then through Blackfire Pass, and then down into Averland and Sylvania, we could have a contiguous empire that's sort of just south of the Empire, which is kind of neat. And I wasn't expecting, since we didn't go the Conquer the Empire route in this particular campaign, even if that is probably the, I don't know, maybe the most optimal route in some ways. At least in terms of getting really rich with Bretonia, because the Empire territories are so much better. Anyway, I am getting distracted as usual. Let's have Keira Knightley here besiege Averheim. Would she be able to win this in a fight? Maybe. You know what? Yeah, Keira Knightley besiege this. I wish you weren't so damaged, but... well, that's your problem. Yeah, besiege Averheim. We'll see if they sally out. Post defeat, eh? The Black Coach would be a major issue here, and the 2 units of Karen Race would be a major issue. Fortunately, the Graveguard would be really slow. I don't know. Alright, you guys go here. And you know what would help you? Malene, stay right here. I would... wait. One moment. Oh. I was gonna say you should probably leech Lewin's XP, but at the same time, you might need to help Keira Knightley if these guys sally out, so let's move you here, and then stand you together. Alright, Louen, I'm going to quickly auto-resolve Grenstad, and then we'll see what Mr. Frederick Stillman does afterwards. He may go for one of our newly captured territories, but it won't matter. Occupy. Fantastic. Hedge Wizard, Pit Fighter, and delete this and get a pottery thing up and running. Don't collect the income for now. In fact, don't collect the income at the moot. And the rest I think is fine. Oh, another caravan. Northern provinces. Ah, we finally met you. How are you doing? Are you... oh, no. Yeah, Cathay's done. It looks like only Nangao is holding. Man. It's been very rare to have seen the Cathians completely overrun. I'm also... this is completely different in terms of what happened in Cathay from what I usually see. Cathay's all dead, but the lizards are doing well. And, I wonder, is Nakai alive? I've honestly pretty much never seen Nakai survive, ever. No, he's not alive. Wait. We can't even... do we not know this faction? It looks like we don't know the Defenders of the Great Plan, yeah, but, I see that they're trading with the Defenders of the Great Plan, but they don't appear to have any kind of alliances with Nakai's faction, which probably means he's dead and just the Defenders are still alive. In theory, he should respawn, but it doesn't always work. Nakai always gets screwed. Anyway, let's see if there's anything else that we need to do this particular turn before we build buildings and end said turn, but I think we're okay. Yeah, look good to me. Or at the very least, I'm too lazy to continue checking. Estalia, build up your stuff. We're going to go with the windmill here, and gotta go with the tap room. Very nice. How's the growth here? Okay, well, the growth is very nice at 500 per turn. Good. Alright, Miragliano, keep upgrading that tap room. You're our money-making province, or at least one of them. We'll build the weaving house here, and we already have a weaving house here, so instead we're going to build... This won't give us any money. Which I can't say I approve of. Get even more growth via the apothecary here, even temporarily. We're almost at 500, though. It's not that bad. We could do the Chapel of the Lady, but it'll only apply to Skaven Blight 10. Well, that might apply to Myrmidons, but it might also not be that worth it. So this will at least give us the capacity for another Damsel. Fine, do it. And do it even if it isn't money directly. You are probably going to want tailors here. You're building both the Chapel of Errantry and the Chapel of Nobility, and we want everything that gives us money here, so money. The Guanji Valley. You can just upgrade the Pegasus here. Not a big deal. What do we have up next? We definitely want the taproom slash brothel. I promised a brothel in every town, and damn well do I keep my campaign promises. Haha. Alrighty, and Wallatel, you actually should also be a cash cow province, so in theory we should be building the weaving houses here as well. We probably won't need the barracks here, but we'll delete it after. Mostly after Rakarthan stuff is gone. Though we may not make it that far into the campaign. Lyonesse. This is all too expensive minus the Grail Chapel. I think I do want the Royal Menagerie for the additional Grail Knight capacity, but I'd rather not spend the cash right now. Vulture Mountain's ready for Tier 5, but a little bit on the expensive side. We can do the Tier 4 coaching in here. Are now, yes to the Tier 4, and we'll need defenses here. Unfortunately, the defenses in the Wasteland will always screw over the territory from making as much money as we'd like, but, well, not much we can do about that. Alrighty, Forest of Shalom, we can't upgrade Paravarn as yet. We can, however, upgrade everything in the Jungles of Green Mist, which means 2 Chapels of the Lady. And this one might make decent amounts of cash. It does have port. I'm wondering whether we should build another money thing like a weaving house, or just go for more Grail capacity, Grail Chapel capacity. I tend to think the Grail Chapel capacity would be better in 2 settlement areas. Oh, we don't have the brothel. Okay, you know what? Delete that, replace it with a brothel, and just build a weaving house for now. Screw it. Alrighty, Creeping Jungle. Yes, the Chapel of the Lady. Arana Mountains. Build Bali. I see you've completed your upgrades. You can go for the fields. And you can go for something with lots of capacity, which I think is going to have to be the Royal Menagerie, so start on that one. Oh, you don't have the Cathedral of the Lady yet either, do you? Nonetheless, capacity is still useful. We still need plenty of capacity everywhere. Ekrond I don't really care about, to be perfectly frank, and we probably won't keep it, so I'm just going to continue ignoring it as I have been. And we still have money, fortunately. Gronti Mingo will be traded to Khemri. Blightwater will be probably traded to Lamia, I mean the Court of Libaras. So we'll ignore it for now. Castle Templehof, we can upgrade you, however. Northern Sylvania. And we won't actually need these defenses here for much longer, so don't bother upgrading them to another level. Sartosa, you will never make a lot of money, but you're a good location to build lots of capacities, so that's what we shall do. In this particular case, we're going to want to build a oh, actually, we won't need a taproom here, will we? Because the Smithy's Tavern will give us control plus 10. Huh. On the other hand, this is actually a good place to build a... Yeah, this will be a good place to build a Chapel of the Lady. Shrine of the Lady, whatever. And because it'll benefit 2 territories. Same with you, the Moot. The Moot of Mootland. And you are now good. Schwarzhafen, yes to growth, yes to farms. Farms and brothels, and now Gisero Gap, no. Skaven Blight, I'm not going to waste the money on you. Oh, actually, 6.4k only. It's going to take 11 turns, we might as well start it now. Damn that uninhabitable wasteland. Alrighty, and I believe we are now good, so let's check Diplo, let's end the turn, and let's proceed to proceeding. Northern provinces. I mean, we could get a temporary trade agreement going with them. Oh, Knights of Calador. Well. I'm pleasantly surprised by the fact that you're alive. A little bit less so by the fact that you're probably going to get into a tiff with the various dwarfen factions, but
gaze upon my glory.
Let's start with a trade agreement.
Behold my courage.
Regardless of how pissy the dwarfs get about it. The northern province... fine, we'll just do the temporary trade with them. Oh, will this actually give us a vision of all these factions? You know what? I don't think a trade agreement does, but I'd rather not risk anything. Oh, wow, look at that. Disciples of the Maw. Strength ranks to 37 down from 5. Yeah, Northern Province is going to die anyway. Screw them in their trade agreement. Not worth our time. I don't understand why the Disciples of the Maw... They only lost 1 army, essentially, to us here at Matorka. And they still have their main stack with SKRAG, and they still have their second stack, which is up here. So, actually, no, they don't. Oh, no, they lost 2 armies. We destroyed the second army here. Yeah, okay, fine. We destroyed 2 of their armies. Well, technically, this was, I think, 2.5 armies. Alright, fair enough. Never mind. Don't listen to me. Outpost upgrade available. Is there anywhere... Well, actually, I do want to double-check this. Oh, wow, an ally mission, but it's from Safari. Useless. Don't really care about Safari. They're not upgraded enough. Court of Libaras, yes, we'll want that. Tier 4 and Karazkarek, we will as well. Oh, the Ice Court is... Never mind. Are you able to cancel this? Wait, where's Court of Libaras? Sorry. The Ice Court actually has more allegiance, and thus we're better off building that there. And that's all the money I'm willing to waste on this, because we still have a bunch of stuff to upgrade to Tier 5. And turn. Alright, Serena Catherine, you want us to join war against the Zazel? Yes, we will, once we send Louen up there. I would love for Louen to take on Throg, Zazel, Festus, and Archaon in duels, if possible. Well, okay, Festus isn't really an interesting duel, but the other 3, it would be interesting. Grimgor would be great as well, but he's so far away we're never going to get to him before the end of this campaign. Alrighty, Castle, Drakenhof, Free Caravan, Cult of Pleasure destroyed, and Ironbrow's Expedition destroyed. Water pumps are up and running, we're up to 25k income per turn, but that's not going to last as the Green Knight will be gone in 7. And by the time he's gone... where are you going? Are you going to Ackendorf? Nah, his army's too weak. He's trying to take Varenka Hills. And where are you going? Valea's Sorrow. Oh, Queek. Huh. Where you're going here, huh? We don't have anybody to chase you, other than Rapunzel. And I guess we could try to chase you, but then we have to abandon Crooked Fang Fort. Alright, we're gonna have to figure this out, because that's going to get annoying rapidly if we don't put a stop to the rats doing their thing. First of all, you are going to go into the Crusade stand so you can reach this, and go right here. And we'll take Verdanos real quick.
Your coming was foretold.
In fact, actually, wait, we will move you here. No, we will move you here. In regular stance. Wait. I can get this right. Then we're going to have the little army attack Verdanos. And we're going to auto... no. Really? Okay, that didn't work. Is this a minor settlement? Do they have walls here? No. Okay, well, we'll fight that in a second, damn it.
The lady
What I want to do is allow Yolanda to still move so she can move to Zvorak next turn and then take it. Just move a little bit closer to that, but I guess that is not allowed. Eckendorf has a massive amount of defenses and a full stack from SKRAG. We could move both Carpuccine and the Fey Enchantress to besiege it, however. Which would force them to attack us, most likely. Which ain't bad. The question is, can this army hold against that? It will be iffy. It'll be tremendously iffy. I'll think about it. And oh, I got more valor. I don't remember who to assign that to at the moment, but we'll give it to some of the Knights of the Realm, or as many as we can. Unit upgrades, you can all have Heroism of Indomitable. Okay, 4 of you. Alright, well, let's keep moving. Oh, you know what we can also do? Grail Knights, you. Lances of Couronne. Royal Hippogriff Knights, Sons of Beaky. Okay, let me just see my list real quick. It's been a while since I've added too many names. Wait, did I just click the save? No, I did not. Let's go Lewin's Winged Fist. You can be Couronne Royal Air Force. Ah, it actually fits. Very nice. And then lastly, let's do Knight in Gales. Nightingales, Knights and... Oh, it's fine. Alright, there we go. And you need to get to Louen. Fortunately, he's not that far. Lovely. Alright, you go here. I'd love to have these guys enter the main stack. Bohemond, you're also supposed to go to Louen to follow him around as a new little follower army. You are going to be a group transfer ferry there. And then Baron Thegan, you're going north to deal with Norska to some degree, assuming I don't see any... Oh, there's Wulfric. I'm gonna try to fight him. Or sack a few Norscan territories. Alright, go out to sea, please. Well, not to worry, we'll give him a few other aerial units once we have the availability. Cedric, return to Couronne. Troop Ferry, go to Recruiter Mercier, as you're gonna have to take a few of these units to transfer to the Fey Enchantress. Like so. Alright, trying to keep everything in my head as to what we're trying to do. Shipwreck, I think, is a battle, so you're gonna go right beside it. Adelard. Good. Military access agreement broken in the western provinces. I take it they were destroyed. I assume they were destroyed. Well, so long, Catha. We hardly knew you in this particular campaign. I have a tendency to ally with them in most campaigns, since they seem to be okay with allying with most factions. So... unusual. Recruiter Mercier. Technically, we need to recruit more Knights of the Realm, but I think we'll wait for now. Raponce. I guess we're going to ignore Crooked Fang Fort. It is annoying, but I don't see how we can bypass it. We need somebody to chase down Queek Headtaker, and you're really the only option. Go after him. I'll take Bitterstone Mine, but we don't care about the Badlands. Tech Thieves, up you go. You Tech Thief? How? Oh, only 2 turns, alright. Grab a few more techs from Crooked Fang Fort, very nice. And what about Tech Thief of the Failure variety? Ah, a first success for you. Good job. Alright. Let's see who else we can move. We still gotta get into battles. See what I mean when I don't make a bunch of edits? There's a lot less battles to be found. Fey Enchantress, just do it. If your army dies, it dies. Alright, we'll see. It'll be SKRAG plus this entire blob. No, I think we can handle it. I was expecting he'd have more elites. He himself is going to be a problem, but without a bunch of stone horns or something, I think we'll be okay. Carpuccine, right here. And stay together. Hopefully one of these armies doesn't have a lightning strike. Well, I guess these aren't really army enough to be concerned with anyway. Alright, and neither of you can go into any kind of other stance, but that's probably fine. And you know what, we should level them. And because regardless of what the auto-resolves say, those are probably likely to be tough battles. Worshippers of the Grail, buff up those units of the Battle Pilgrims, even if we only have 5 of them. And then the Paladins. You have my vow, you have Holy Light, and share the fee. Let's get a Steamed Combatant, because they're going to get attacked. And that's a +6 armor-piercing weapon damage when defending for the entire army, which will be lovely. And, ow, you had another point. My bad. You're trying to get to Deadly Onslaught, so let's get you Scarred Vet, and then we'll do that. And then Carpuccine, technically, you don't actually need levels. And that hasn't changed, because you're just magnanimous, so you're fine. Alright. The rest of this is good, and we still have to fight this. Yes, yes, I'm aware, game. I remember you. Alright, what about this? No. Man, I was hoping that they'd sally out so we could actually use this army in a field battle, but it looks like that's not going to happen. Louen can get to Steingart, and we can just leave them there for a bit. Yeah, fine. And one of the reasons I figure we'd be better off... Oh, well, then again... We could send him to Migdal and Galbarak and then down to Steingart after. I wonder if he can reach... See, here's the problem. We have to cross a river to do this. And I'm not sure that we can get to both Migdal... We can get to Migdal and Galbarak from Steingart. And if Thorgrim takes Migdal and Galbarak... We'll have to leave or raise Carrick Hearn, which I was hoping to trade to the Wood Elves. On the other hand, we probably wouldn't want them to continue recovering here, so you're gonna still take Steingart. And we'll see what Thorgrim does. And... I just thought I'd resolve this. Alright, Occupy. Alright, looks good. And then there was, what, one? They have one territory remaining? Yeah, alright, we have nearly dealt with the Sylvanian threat. I wonder if the Caravan of Blue Roses is still somehow... They're still somehow alive somewhere. What the heck are they doing? Did they go out to sea? I can't believe that the... they should have fallen apart by now. We have the long victory completed, and we have the main ultimate victory nearly completed. The Caravan failed to retake the Haunted Forest. But that's their problem. Alright, let's see what else we gotta do. Alberic, I've forgotten about you, friendo. We have nothing here that's defensible. Well, a bunch of elites at the Sentinels here. But we probably want to prioritize Great Turtle Isle, so we'll go Golden Ziggurat, Great Turtle Isle, and then loop back around for the Sentinels. Although, on the other hand, Rakarth could come sailing down to the Great Turtle Isle. Nonetheless, just do it this way. Probably won't make enough of a difference for us to care, let's face it. Alrighty, auto-resolve. And occupy. Nice, nice, nice. Hey, another glittering scales that can go on one of our new units. And I will delete you, and I will delete you, and we will keep the 2 clothiers, because this is going to be a nice money-making prob. Oh, I lied. Not clothier here, because we need to build the Chamber of Visions and the medicinal plants, which will only leave room for farms. Alright, who else needs to move? You. And I'm just completely doing this out of order now, but it's too late to do anything about it. Explore the island, auto-resolve it real quick. And take the money. And keep looking for more islands. Oh, I just pray we find materials at sea. Alright, there's lots of islands up here, and there are not lots of islands down here, which means we're going north. Scorpion Coast control. Alright, go to the edge of the Scorpion Coast right here, so that you can maintain reasonably full HP, and gather all of these islands in the hope of finding at least one materials at sea. One more materials at sea should probably round out the campaign, in the sense that we probably wouldn't need another one. Marie, you're supposed to head down to Vulture Mountain Town. And then we can change you to become an oppressor afterwards, and... I mean, you always were an oppressor, you know what I mean. Alrighty, and I believe we are good now, yes? Veronique, I lied, we are not good. You're supposed to head to Rapunz. Oh man, you've got a long way to travel. Maybe I should have built you up here somewhere. I'm not entirely sure that we can build you up here, but... should have found a way. Yolanda, you still need to fight. Okay, well, I guess we have no choice now. Rambling, trying to avoid this. Alright, we're gonna just quickly manually fight this. I'd like to build the buildings and the turn and then try to see if we can't find another proper fight for us. Hopefully Queek will try to go after Rapunz and we can have the 2 duel. I'd have to see whether Rapunz could take Queek in a one-on-one. Although it's really hard to get certain heroes to actually one-on-one, because Quig doesn't have a mount. Usually he'll just be surrounded by a blob of others Skaven, which ain't helpful. Alrighty, you guys just stay here. Hopefully they don't immediately attack us. If they do, it'll be a lot more problematic. Start deployment, start battle, go. And they're not moving. Fantastic. And we'll wait to blob up with reinforcements, and that should be more than sufficient range units to make sure that we win this one. And more than sufficient peasant mobs as well to take the ogre charges. Alright, 16 seconds, nearly there. Alrighty, you two are gonna be group 1. You are gonna move here. And we have the archers together, like so. Okay, I should have probably done this a different way. Alright, you guys here. In the front, you guys in the back. Like so, then piles of men-at-arms like so. And then you right in the center of everything, good. Alright, you guys are all gonna be group 2. You are all gonna be group 3. And I believe that's all we have to do, so move right here. Now we're just gonna order them to attack and then watch them do their thing. Anything scary here, by the way? Did they have any lead build? No, just man-eaters with ogre pistols, which are obviously still scary to the piles of peasants, but I'm sure they can handle their couple of units. Not a lot of them, after all. I do this so that these little impassable terrain places aren't in the way. Probably be more. Oh, they do have lead belchers. Huh. Okay, I didn't realize that. Not that it'll matter. Not that we care about the deaths of a few thousand peasants and... Huh? Oh, did I do this backwards? The heck? Why are the archers and... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter either. No, the archers are firing anyway, so... Not our problem. In fact, archers, forward. As long as the lead belchers ain't firing at you, you're good. Alright, you guys go forward a little bit more, and then we're gonna take group 2, we're gonna group them up, and we're gonna tell them all to attack. Alright, I'll just watch the rest of the fight. Shouldn't need to be too concerned with the controlling of the peasant masses. And just like the Grail Knights who don't deign to give direct orders to the battle pilgrims, we shouldn't deign to give direct orders to these peasants. Alright, just gonna stand there and take arrows there, ogres. I suppose the arrows are small enough that they're probably just more or less an annoyance to the ogres, at the very least these little peasant arrows. There we go. It looks like they've finally been sufficiently annoyed, though the enemy's speed will be reduced as they try to charge due to the poison. And it looks like there's a decent amount of staggering going on. And there we go. Actually, one thing I do want to do, though, is I want to tell you and you to target the lead belchers. I'll probably pop a few abilities. You? Right there, let's say. And then, do either of you actually have spells that we want to... No, not really. I mean, could heal some of the peasants, even if the concept disgusts me. Alrighty, and it looks like the ogres are being just absolutely mobbed by hundreds to thousands of peasants. Alright, I like it. It's almost like playing the Skaven. I always enjoy watching, like, monstrous infantry go down under hordes and hordes of units. Just like regular infantry units. Alright, who's still fighting? It looks like the enemy Firebelly that was leading the army. The lead belchers, well, they're still alive. Alright, you guys go forward. You guys move here. I'd like you all to attack the lead belchers. Ungroup yourselves, and then... Oh. These man-eaters with ogre pistols are still fighting. You guys chase those. Alright, anything else? I would actually think that the battle is pretty much over. I guess there's still the Firebelly in the midst of all of this. And... Oh, okay. I thought that was the Firebelly that just dropped, but no. He's still fighting, and it looks like he's wavered, broken. Just the lead belchers are still firing, and they're done, which means I do believe the battle will be done. Oh, actually, man-eaters with ogre pistols. I lied. Solid leadership on this unit, all things considered, as in most of the enemy army has broken, and now they're done. Alright, fantastic. I don't know how the auto-resolve thought that us having like 40 units would fail against this. And wanted to destroy half our army. And yeah, I know that a lot of our units were peasant mobs, but nonetheless, we should have just been... We have enough units to surround every single one of the enemy units and drown them in arrow fire. And on top of that, it's not like this particular army was particularly armored, so the peasant bowmen would still be able to be very effective despite their lack of armor piercing. Long story short, damn you, auto-resolve. Alright, come on now. Nearly there. Alrighty, good, and occupy the place, and then we will... Okay, you don't need that Iron Curse icon. Free students are nice. Who got the Iron Curse icon? One of you. You're both magnanimous and you're both going to be replaced. You're going to go into Crusade stance to move right here, and then take Zvorak next turn. Fantastic. And we can also delete the rally field, and for now, don't collect the income here. At least for a little bit. Now I believe we're good, unless there was something else I forgot, but at this point. Even if there is, I'm disinclined to search for it. Who are you again? These guys. Alright, let's do the buildings. Let's end the turn, see if we can't get another battle. You are going to go for Windmill and Brothel. Tilea, you're going to get all those weaving houses up and running, as well as this one Grail Chapel. Northern Grey Mountains, no, not yet Blackstone Post, and no, not yet Vulture Mountain. Yeah, we have all these tier 5s that need upgrading. And I would absolutely love to upgrade them, but their expense is so ludicrous that we really would like to get materials at sea. Yeah, damn, we have, I think, more than 5 settlements now which need those. Oh. Castle Artois. I know it's super expensive, but I think I want to upgrade this one Cathedral of the Lady, because we need more Grail Guardian capacity, which we just don't have. Blood Hall, you need a brothel. / tap room. Monument to the Lady and farms for you, and... Spectazuma. You're actually going to make tons of money, so let's go Weaving House for you as well. Oh. Might have been more beneficial to... That's fine. I was thinking about building the Weaving House there as well, instead of the Shrine of the Lady, but there's enough surrounding territories that they should all be buffing each other and counteracting. Anyway, it's plus 10% to all surrounding territories after all. Western Badlands don't care about you, Blood River Valley really don't care about you either. And our... yeah, it's all Badlands, just gonna... send it away. Solland I will actually probably keep, put some capacity stuff in here. Which means fields for you. Gisero Gap, no. Castle Templehof, yes. Farms and... Shrine of the Lady. And do we still need the defenses of the Waldenhof? Yeah, we do. These guys are probably going to jump to us, to Waldenhof. We need another army out here. Too much territory to cover with the number of armies that we have. Might want to build a few more just like basic garbage peasant forces, just to sort of police territories against annoyances. Karakazgal will trade you. Grenstad we will not. Farms and pottery. And Southern Badlands, Granty Mingol will trade you shortly, and Sartosa will get that Grail Chapel. Whatever. Okay, so now what we need to do... see how friendly everybody here is before we end the turn. No alliances yet, damn. I was hoping they would have gotten at least something with each other. Oh, non-aggression pact between Court of Libaras and the Last Defenders. Shame bad. Emery is currently fighting Clan Moors. You are currently fighting Clan Moors. Tic Tac is currently... okay, they're all fighting Clan Moors. Are you fighting Clan Moors? Yes. We've paid them all to do this. Now we need them to have a similar sort of enemy. You are currently at war with the Caravan of Blue Roses. Last Defenders are at war with Clan Moors and the Rapturous Excess. Could we possibly force Camry to fight the Rapturous Excess? Alright, here's what we can try. Join war against Rapturous Excess. For military access and give us a little bit of cash. Then... try to get Khemri, who are now no longer fighting the Bloody Hands, to fight them as well. Where's Rapturous Excess? Right here. Minus 14. Okay, I don't like that. Disciples of the Maw, minus 12. No, okay. Khemri does not want it. Not to worry, I'm sure that once these guys get weaker, they will be more amenable to the idea, but for now, join war against... Where's Rapturous Excess? Right here. Minus 26. Damn. Okay, fine. Well, let's try this instead. Would you join war against the Crooked Moon? 1.2. Yes, you would. For money, but it'll be worth our time. And, ooh, they'd be willing to do it against the Disciples of the Maw as well. We're just a little bit short of cash. Okay, wait, we can't end the turn yet. This is important, so that these guys all don't devolve into fighting each other. Oh, Big Tech's willing to fight the Rapturous Excess, but he's already friendly with the other lizards. What about Crooked Moon and Disciples? Also kind of willing. Okay, wait. Let's see if I can do this. We need to cancel the Tier 4 upgrade at the Wizard Caliph's Palace, because we need the money. And then we'll go to Diplo and see if we can't get money out of somebody for something. Northern Provinces trade agreement. How much money would you give us for this? 3.2k. 5k for those. Just do it. Screw it. It's fine. They're gonna die anyway. And Exiles of Nehek, no Western Provinces, no, you have 0 settlements. You know it's not gonna happen. We could do the military alliance with Torgavon, Vidrioth, and Lorelorn, but they probably aren't worth too much. Yeah, they're basically worth nothing. Alright, let's see if that was enough money, though. Sometimes the Diplo is very, very valuable, and I think this is one of those times. You, Quixotal, or Tic-Tac-Toe, or Talaqua, whatever. Disciples of the Maw, Crooked Moon. And the Rapturous Excess. But no, you won't do that. What about minus the Rapturous Excess? You will, but for 15k. 3.6 for Disciples, and 1.4 for Crooked Moon. Alright, we could just do Crooked Moon. We just need to make sure we get Khemri into a fight against the Crooked Moon as well. Do this. It'll be easier because Kalita's already at war with the Crooked Moon as well. You. Join war. Crooked Moon. 1.2 Disciples of the Maw. 5.9. Can't do both. Alright, well, if it's just the one, then we'll do Crooked Moon as well. Now we're only reliant on trying to get Khemri into the fight with the Crooked Moon, which I think they didn't want, but... Oh, they're already at war with it. Oh, fantastic. Never mind. That worked. Everything worked. False alarm. And in fact, we have enough money to re-up the upgrade of the Wizard Caliph's Palace. Okay, beautiful. Now we're good. Skip, 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 skip. And research. I think there was a commandment available somewhere, but too late. Let's do improved loom tech for the construction cost reduction for province capitals, which is just hurting us so badly. Or bad, rather. Yeah, I don't think anything else here would help us with income. I guess we could do the metal tools for construction. For infrastructure. Infrastructure buildings are generally not that expensive anyway. I guess the high-level tap room is the only one, the brothel. Brothel is the height of infrastructure, people. If you're gonna categorize it. Anyway, end of turn. Alright, Fey Enchantress versus SKRAG. I'm willing to bet he should sally out here. Mother of Stankia wants us to... Should we just do this finally? You know what, we'll see if we can't get something out of them for this. Since the Cult of Pleasure is dead, we need to essentially turn them to another foe, which has to be either Nagarond or... Queek's going to attack, that's fine. Let him have it, I don't care. Rapunzel's is coming anyway. We don't care about the Badlands here. We need to turn the elves and Mother Estankia and probably Mazda Mundi against Nagarond and possibly Chaos up north. Someone sacked Bitterstone Mine, Technology Research... Huh? Was it one turn? I thought it was 2 turns. Oh. I guess it went to 820 for whatever reason during that end turn, which took a turn off. Well. That's fantastic. Well then I guess since it's only 1 turn, we'll do Seamstresses next. I don't think we'll get all that much from the industry bonus. You know, it would be great if ports were categorized as industry for the purpose of the additional cash, but alas. Baron Thegan, you're going to pack Ice Bay. Alright, well, I was really expecting SKRAG to actually attack us, but decided not to do it. Do we go after him while he's in the settlement? I mean, we could. It's actually quite problematic in this particular situation, because the ogres can hold off, maybe keep sieging for a bit. They'd be able to hold breaches too well, which would mean we need to be able to take the walls, which would mean we need towers. I was expecting him to attack us, which is why I didn't do it. That's my justification. And, oh, stupid little army's probably gonna attack all this. Oh, it is what it is. You...
I see my path.
Are we not going to be able to auto-resolve this either? Oh, we're not, are we? Let's find out.
For Our Lady.
I might just do that one off screen if that's the case, if I remember. No. Yes. Yes. Okay, now this one we can. Okay. At least the game won't screw us this time. Well done. And then you two can then move through this and maybe to Couronne, but we need to take Averheim and stuff. And now I'm just looking for a fight. Ow. You two are gonna go after Arkling. Yeah, you do that. Rapunzel. Can you reach Queek without him running? Oh, what the heck is this, Queek? You lost half your army doing that?
Ready.
The heck? Oh, would you look at that? The caravan of blue roses. They're right here. Durthu, buddy, friend, I love you. You want to declare war on caravan of 8k. It's a little steep, Durthu. Huh, you'll do Clan Verms for free. Would you do Sylvania for free? Yes, he would. Oh, they must be so weak that... He'd do Disciples of the Maw for free. Do we want you to attack Disciples of the Maw? I mean, maybe. Huh. I'm just wondering, is there anybody else you do for free? 1,000 Maws? No, but not expensive. The reason this is important, you'd be willing to do Bone Rattlers for cheap. The reason this is important is to get him friendly with the dwarfs, because they don't like each other. Warhost of the Apocalypse would be great, but there's no way. Yeah, I guess out of these, it's just Caravan of Blue Roses. At 1.3, you want 8k for this. I think it's worth it. Do it. There we go. Hopefully, this will make them all nice and friendly with each other. Okay, back to trying to get a battle. Hold on. Another battle.
With Bretonnian fire.
For pawns, hunt down Queek, please. Like to get his army destroyed here. Is it gonna... It's gonna be too far, isn't it? Oh, of course. Of course. Go around little plateau, make it impossible for us to reach you. Alright, try to chase him down. Actually, which way? He'd probably go this way, wouldn't he? I mean, I guess if he jumps in, just go here. We'll see which way he runs. I'd rather Rapunzel keep on the road because she can move faster that way. Alright, well, since we don't have a choice... I was gonna say attack Ackendorf. There's no... Oh! You're near Fildorf now, are you? Okay, now then we have to attack Fildorf ourselves. Or else Morlana here will take it. And we don't want that. Auto-resolve. What we might want Morlana to take, however, is Couronne. If we can manage to get her to do it rather than the SKRAG dwarves. Okay. We'll figure it out. You go into Realm of Chivalry, and I would imagine the Green Knight has leveled up, a few times, in fact. And we don't need to level up all of these guys. Start going through Renowned Hero, finally. Make him an actually stronger fighter. Get you plus 15 weapon, or 30% weapon strength, 15 melee attack, and... Charge is not great to stack. Get you HP. He does take quite a bit of damage from certain things. Alright, then we'll go for None Shall Pass. He might be almost maxed out by the time we get him a few more points. And the elites are almost here, Louen. And would you look at that? You should be a happy camper. And Bohemond, you need to actually move in the same exact direction. And we have all of this. We have all of this valor. So we should probably use it. Exceptional offensive, yes? Yes. Alright. It's been a while since we've upgraded those guys, and and the Incarnate Elemental Beast is ready, the Troop Farrier is ready with the Ermit Knights and the Zotes. Okay, so you are going to take, unless we can build more Grail Guardians, which I don't think we can. No, we can't. Oh, wait, we wouldn't be able to build them here anyway. Can you build more Grail Guardians? No, we're out of capacity. Alright, so take the Grail Knights instead, we'll give them to the Fey Enchantress with this stuff. You and you. Here. And then, the fastest way was still probably by sea, although, looping around this way might actually be faster by land. Alright, fine. Go this way then. Alright, then, we need to get the Incarnate Elemental of Beasts, which I finally managed to build, to the Outlaw Army. I was actually thinking about maybe giving this to... I could also give that to Rapunce. Might work well in her army as well, since she has a pile of infantry for the Mortis Engine effect of that thing. Or we could combine Mortis Engine effects with, well, or at least damage, AoE damage over time effects with the Fey Enchantress. Certainly thoughts there. But she at least gets the Zotes. Not sure. Alright, I'll move the tech thieves between the episodes. Where can a battle be found, if anywhere? Is Rakarth here yet? Nope. I see Scarissa. It was not Rakarth, and therefore this should be auto-resolvable. Yeah, decisive victory, and they have basically 2 elite units, so they have no chance here whatsoever. Hey! Razor Standard, though. Very nice. Occupy. And vow completed for somebody. Mina, you are probably not maxed out. Oh, you are maxed out. Why you gotta make me look like an idiot, game? Thanks. Alrighty, Razor Standard, you don't need it. We'll give that to somebody with higher unit counts, most likely. I wonder where Rakarth is. Not that it's our problem, mind you. You! Is there a Skull Island that you could maybe fight? I don't see one. Ooh, Remnants of Battle, I believe you can go for... in March stance. Unless I'm mistaken. I could be wrong, though. You can definitely do Mysterious Islands with... Yeah. You could do Mysterious Islands with March stance, but not Remnants of Battle, I guess? Okay, fine, fine, fine. I think maybe Remnants of Battle has a chance of a fight and a chance to not fight. I could be wrong. Alrighty, you know what? I think there's a lot of moves left to make and a lot of admin left to do. I would like to end the turn with regards to SKRAG and attack him. So here's what I'll do. What I'll do is I'll end... No, you know what? I'm not going to end the episode. I'm going to make a cut, and I'm going to do the rest of the admin, like the building and stuff, and then we'll come back in the turn and hopefully get one more battle to complete the episode. So here comes the cut. Alright, there we go. I actually didn't spend a lot of money building buildings. Instead, I've spent quite a bit of time, other than the random moves or moving the agents and armies around. I spent a lot of time on the diplomatic aspect, getting all of these factions to more or less declare war on more factions that they were already at war with, so that they can hopefully all ally even more. So these guys should all get friendly with each other. We've also included the Knights of Calador in that. Durthu is now at war with a bunch of additional factions, which will hopefully make the Karazakarak dwarfs friendlier. And then Itza is now in a defensive alliance with us, and we've also forced them into a war with Rakarth. And I believe that was... Oh, no, that's not it. All of the elves and basically everybody here is now at war with the Nagarond, as well as the Exiles of Nehek, so they have a reason to push up north as well, and it's looking pretty good. I'm just really hoping that we can essentially shore up all of our southern borders and our northern borders right here, so that mainly this is the only thing that we have to contend with, and we can send all of our armies to deal with Norska Chaos, etc., etc., etc. Probably with keeping a few around on the in the Mountains of Morn territory and whatever's coming out of the Badlands, depending on on how screwy, or not the Badlands, the Darklands, depending on how screwy those are. It would also be great if we could force Azag to fight the Astrogoth Disciples of Kashut Chaos Dwarfs, but somehow I doubt it. Yeah, minus 54, which is surprising considering he's not actually at war with anybody. We might still encounter a few of them in a fight, though, because SKRAG is right here, and we're going to send Louen to hunt down Archaons, so, yeah. Anyway, all of that done, we're ready to end the turn, so skip, damage building, where... Oh, Bitterstone Mine, yeah, okay, we can continue to skip that, and then the last thing that I did, before I forget, is last turn, the Royarch's Chambers have finished, which means we now have the Lost Sons of Bretonnia, our last hero type, which is kind of like a Lore Master of Hoeth, which is a two-handed sort of... entity, but is also a half mage, so we have Light of Battle, Harmonic Convergence, Earthblood, and Faz Protection available as spells, as well as a couple of self-buffing abilities on them. They're not super useful. I mean, I wouldn't replace a Damsel of Life in an army, but there are certain armies, for example, our outlaw army, which could certainly use one of these guys, because they're neither knights nor peasants, which means there's sort of a potential duelist unit that we could put in there without activating the debuff from the various outlaws, so that's certainly a possibility. And it's not going to be this one, probably, because this one has a kind of interesting... virtue. I hadn't seen this one yet. Leadership plus 10 for knights, and passive ability Headhunter minus 10 melee defense for everybody in the army, so it's basically minus 10 melee defense to any lords or heroes that the enemy is near, or that we are near, that our units are near, which is kind of interesting. I don't know whether it's just been bad luck and we just haven't had that virtue before, or whether it's these guys have a unique virtue. I guess we'll see as we continue to recruit stuff. Yeah, plus we should probably get one of these in the Fey Enchantress's armies, because the Lost Sons are taken by the Fey Enchantress because of their magical abilities. But anyway, now we can end the turn. Let's see if anything happens here, and if not, we're just going to attack ourselves. I wanted to end the turn before ending the episode, because I'd like to do a decent amount of the admin between the episode, at least the uninteresting part of it. And Tehanoan, we now know you. You are in trouble, however. Counteroffer, also trade agreement, please. No money, military access, and... sure. Alright, looks good. Even nice and friendly with the lizards, and Queek will indeed attack us, or rather he will be intercepted. Now, I think, considering this is just a pile of Skaven saves, we're just going to... Really? It's going to kill off the 2 men-at-arms with polearms. Really, against this? Man, I think we might have to get rid of these men-at-arms with polearms. They are just kind of a liability in this army. And I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. It seems like every auto-resolve is basically trying to kill these units off. And they're probably so poorly armored and stuff that, yeah, alright. I mean, I'm not gonna... I don't have any replacements for them nearby, though. Alright, let's do a quick battle, I guess. I'm gonna do this manually as well. I want the fight against the ogres, because that'll actually be a challenging battle. This is just a bunch of Skaven slaves, who cares? And it really should have been auto-resolvable, but yeah, I think... maybe in the future I might try to build armies a little bit, well, very slightly differently, just trying to pay attention to which units the auto-resolve hates, and then which units the auto-resolve loves, and specifically mixing those units together, maybe, so that it skews auto-resolve results in such a way that units that are hated by the auto-resolve don't always get ripped apart by it, for basically no reason. I don't know if that would actually work or not, but, well, hopefully we'll find out. Not in this campaign, but soon. And the next campaign vote will probably be soon as well, so, and do keep that in mind. Probably within, I don't know, maybe the next few days, we'll see. Anyway, start deployment, start battle. Will they move towards us? So let's find out. And they will, by the looks of it, indeed move towards us. Fantastic. Alright, we're just gonna leave it at full speed and not bother moving ourselves, because this will allow us to set up as we want. There we go, and allow the trebuchets to fire. Trebuchets specifically, you want to be destroying those rattling guns, and then follow up and destroy the... I don't see them. I swear they had Giselles. They might be a unit of Giselles that has the stock ability. Alright, fine, just destroy the Teeth Breakers first, and then follow up with the rest. In fact, what we could do is send the Paladin out to find the enemy. And did I just see Giselles fire? I think I did. Where are ya? Hopefully we'll spot it with the Paladin before the rattling guns fire on him. Alright, don't let the rattling guns fire at you. I don't like how they're kind of mirroring your movements there. It's kind of making me nervous. You can also charge Rapunzel at Queek. And I also don't see... Huh, was I wrong? Maybe they don't have the... Don't have... There they are. Oh, and it looks like since they were sticking around the rattling guns, they actually got attacked. That's nice. Alright, go and attack them now. Lovely, and I'm sure you can take care of it. There we go. Rapunzel, you're gonna go after Queek by yourself. I would like to see if we can't force the fight here, and then we'll take everybody else in group, let's say 3. You can be group 2, and you can be group 4, and you can be part of group 3. And... attack, please. Alright, Rapunzel, do your thing. I'm gonna immediately pop the Halo so that hopefully enemies... Yeah, I actually thought that they would immediately start surrounding us, and yeah, there we go. It worked. And the Packmaster looks like he wants to help Queek, and okay, you guys don't interfere with the duel. Guys? Oh, there's a unit of clan rats right there. Alright, fine, fair enough. Rapunzel, I want you to pop your heal. Let's also debuff the enemies in this blob, and then let's also buff everybody like so. How are we doing over on this side? Do we want the knights to help? I mean, it's a little bit more fun if we don't have them help, but on the other hand, just do it. Like so, and like so. All of you go into your lance formation. Rapunzel, how you doing against Queek here? Oh, pretty good by the looks of it. He is still alive, but it looks like not for much longer, and you can come back, I think. Yeah, these guys are out. You guys, stop firing, and then auto-fire, pick which... Oh, damn. I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Alright, back to Queek, who is now surrounded. And yeah, see, this should have really been auto-resolvable. Hey, the Paladin has arrived. You can pop your Vavin. Oh, what the heck is happening to the Grail Relic? Oh, did it get hit by Queek? Was he ignoring Rapunzel in favor of attacking the Grail Relic? Kind of an interesting idea. It will not work well for him, I would imagine. Alright, and Queek should be going down soon. Hey, Grail Relic, I thought I told you to get the heck out of here. What the heck are you doing? And it still has not got the Holy Presence up and running. I nearly got that 5-minute mark. It is insane. I really don't know why that cooldown is so long. Alrighty, and we're done, yeah? Queek, you're out. Yeah, definitely should have been auto-resolvable. Let's speed it up to max until Queek is done. There he goes, dropped by Rapunzel personally, but she did take a little bit of damage for her trouble. Now we're gonna hopefully have a proper battle. You know what, maybe we'll replace these two with a... Oh, we have to replace 3 units in this army, don't we? We have... Huh. You, and you. If we get 2 more damsels... Oh. You know what? We could put the Incarnate Elemental of Beasts in this army if we wanted to. Okay, I have a thought. Maybe we put the Incarnate Elemental of Beasts in this army at the cost of those 2 units, but at the same time, what do you want? Military access? No. At the same time, we put the 2 Hellstorm rocket batteries in the Outlaw army. Who else but the Outlaws would use rockets and guns? And, well, stalking, sniping tactics. Military access for Torgava? No. Vidrioth? No. Oh, military alliance. But still no. Gonna be a decline, and 3,000 gold now. What am I looking over here? Devoted A, Response, Legend, very nice. Melee attack, weapon strength, and unbreakable. And oh, she didn't have Vermin Flail. Huh. Would have been nice. And there it is, Chivalry -2 per turn, but oh well. It's not a big debuff. And a 4th Seed of Rebirth as well. Very, very nice. Income from Industry, similarly nice. And I see, oh, no, there's still another Skaven stack right here. But we're still looking okay. Hey, Helmencore is just coming back. Oh, this is very strange. And looks like we probably can't catch you. I'll give it a try. And then we'll attack the ogres. Especially before they end up doing anything over on that side. Come on, are you gonna run? Nope, he must have gotten destroyed by Durthu, which is probably why he can't run. Down you go. Well done, Response. And we will do Execute Captives this time. Alright, now we're gonna do this fight. This should be pretty fun. We have a ram, we have 2 towers, we have 4 trebuchets and ogres aplenty. Razor standard to our beloved holy wardens of La Maison Tel. 71 weapon strength on a peasant unit and 68 melee attack. I'll take it. Alrighty. This should be pretty fun. Here we go. Bretonnia indeed. Alrighty, here we go. We have waited too long. It's certainly long enough, and it's time to bring SKRAG the Slaughterer down. As to how easy this will be, well, it remains to be seen. We have a lot of infantry, and they have a lot of ogres in their settlement. And of course, they have their towers as well as that scrap launcher that we'll have to contend with, all of which will be very threatening to our infantry. We're going to start with our towers, our siege towers, moving in towards the wall. Unfortunately, since ogres can't climb walls, for whatever reason. I actually think ogres should be able to be up on walls. It's kind of silly that they can't, in fact. Oh, you're telling me they can't climb up there? Yeah, maybe the staircases up here weren't rated for them to be able to use them, but I feel like they could figure out a way to climb up. If they really wanted to. If they can bring down Sky Titans, I feel like they could climb up a wall, especially considering the Sky Keeps of said walls. Anyway, our towers continue making their way forward, our summoned units screening them a little bit. This became necessary as several of the towers have started taking massive amounts of damage. The Madmen of the Lady in this particular tower are down to 33% HP, or the vehicle health is down to 33% HP, and we got 48% for the first row pilgrim. Now this will be an awful way for them to die, so hopefully they don't. Alright, another tower comes down under fire from the Blessed Field trebuchets, and our siege towers are getting closer to taking those walls. SKRAG rather still moving around down here with that cookpot, being extremely creepy as he is. But we'll see him off shortly, I'm sure. Alright, and the towers are nearly there. Looks like we've just managed to make it in, and we won't lose any of the towers. Time to disgorge those battle pilgrims up on the walls. Alrighty, all at the same time, and of course the nobler trappers aren't going to have a good time against battle pilgrims at all. 59-47 on regular battle pilgrims, not even the Holy Wardens of La Maison Tel. Pretty damn good. In the meantime, our ram, used by the Workers' Revolution, Peasant Mod, has made it through. Then we send in our knights led by the Fey Enchantress, who, it looks like, SKRAG wants a piece of. Not to worry, the Fey Enchantress has her companions as the 2 units of Grail Knights charge right through, knocking SKRAG back with their mass, as well as all those saber tusks. And interestingly, it seems like they pushed him away and out of the blob of saber tusks, which will prevent them protecting him. He's already down to about half HP, and between these guys and the Fey Enchantress buffing them up with her Favor of the Fey, 111 melee attack on the companions of the Fey here, SKRAG will go down without too much trouble. On top of the walls, it looks like the enemy trappers have either run away or been destroyed, so we'll be getting off the walls shortly. But we've certainly for now established a beachhead in here. Alrighty, and it looks like SKRAG is, oh, well, still eager by the looks of it. And we'll see about that, though. And of course, we'll keep the Grail companions nice and healed up, so they're not really under threat by these ogre units, certainly. I believe he has a unit of Iron Guts in here somewhere, but he should have probably committed them here rather than Get Destroyed, because Get Destroyed he will, a few more hits from the Fey. Or the Grail Knights, and down goes SKRAG. Unlike Festus, he doesn't spill his cauldron everywhere. Anyway, looks like SKRAG is done. We make it further into the city as the Madmen of the Lady face off against the Crypt Ghouls that the enemy has as their outpost. I guess this place has the outpost for the Vampire Counts, with whom SKRAG had a defensive alliance. Alright, fortunately Crypt Ghouls are very, very fragile, and the enemy doesn't really know how to use them. A very useful unit though they are. The auto-resolve, just like Peasants, the auto-resolve absolutely loves to underestimate Crypt Ghouls. And it really shouldn't. Alrighty, well, but it should underestimate Peasant, but there we go, the Peasant. Down go the Crypt Ghouls, and SKRAG is done as well, and so are his personal guard. And the Grail companions can move forward, and there's the Iron Guts we were talking about. Too little, too late. These are the Iron Guts, right? Yeah, they are. And of course the Fey Enchantress also has Sundering Armor because of her Executioner's Blade, but minus 30 on 100 really isn't all that much. Fortunately though, it doesn't matter all that much, as the Knights do 40 armor piercing and have a 20 bonus versus large as well. And enough of the Grail Knights hit a single unit of ogres. And they may not be able to surround them in the same way as infantry does, but they can certainly still deliver plenty of lance blows to a single unit. Alright, and while they lead the way, the Battle Pilgrims move on to, or move in to back them up, not that the Grail Companions would ever admit to needing it. Over on this side, we're trying to break through the barrier as well, as a few ogres have moved through it and are holding off our Grail Relique, Brother Maynard, as well as whatever peasant units are around here. I mean, I guess most of the army is peasants, so mostly peasants. And of course, at the same time, this is allowing our trebuchets to fire on the enemy ogres, so that's working out, and for whatever reason, the enemy decided to send its lead belchers through the garrison, or through the little defensive structure. Barricade, that's the word I'm looking for. And there's the Favor of the Fey, or Fey's Bombardment. Chalice of Potions, that's the one. Chalice of Potions ability coming down on some of the enemy ogres there. I believe our paladins have actually landed on the other side of the barricade, because it's kind of tough to break through this with the peasants while the ogres are holding. And though by the looks of it, at least here, and they won't be holding for too much longer. There is another barricade, but we should be able to bring it down with our other unit of artillery, and it looks like the Grail Knights and the Fey Enchantress together have once again cleared out a pile of enemies. Chase the rest of them down, especially the units of man-eaters with ogre pistols. Don't need them firing those ogre pistols into our knights. Alright, very nice, very nice. And there is another unit of Iron Guts in here. Alright, and it looks like our Grail Knights have spread out a little bit much here, but hopefully we'll be able to heal them up or keep them healed up. We do pop the Line of Bretonnia just for this, with a little bit of extra melee damage reflection and a little bit of missile resistance. Not that it's going to come in super handy here, but a little bit, as the Infinadaggers from the Noblar Trappers come in, but mostly because we have gotten our Grail Knights surrounded, and it's better not to get them destroyed like this. Over on this side, it looks like the peasant mobs have made their way through the pile of debris that made up that barricade and are slowly but surely overrunning the ogres. Of course, led by both paladins, while the Fae and her companions deal with the harder targets on the map. And the companions have also been joined by the paladins have been joined by the Holy Wardens of La Maison Tall. 83, 48, and 75 armor-piercing damage, magical fiery. Not too bad, I gotta say. Alright, and it looks like the units barricading are giving up. It also looks like our Grail Knights have managed to basically break through all the ogres here. And are now just exploding the occasional Noblar. There we go. I'll run them over. Into the next unit of ogres, and now we've got more knights on the field as well as the fragile knights errant make their way into the settlement. The peasants have taken the brunt of the damage, and now we can send the knights errant to claim their glory. But not their meat, I guess, as the peasants were probably forced to march here without any food. But there will be plenty of ogre meat for them to eat after they're done here. There we go, getting some nice air on those Nobblers. I will never get tired of watching those charges. And gotta engage those lead belchers before they can fire, but it looks like these ones are broken from that charge, and it's now just a matter of destroying those units. Holding the bridge there. Massive pile of knights errant are moving down one of these thoroughfares. And look at that, we found some skeleton spears. And the knights errant are super fragile, but I think they can handle Noblar spearmen and skeleton spears without any trouble. There we go, charge them and get some air while you can. That's how knights errant become knights of the realm. They have to achieve a significant enough amount of air, and it has to be confirmed on somebody that they charge. Anyway, I do believe that with that, the rest of the army shatters, and now it's just a matter of waiting for the units that are undead to actually crumble away, which should happen any second now, but I think we can speed through that. Well done, peasant hordes, you shall eat well today, and perhaps the Great Maw will be amused that SKRAG, its adherent, will be the one eaten. Alright, I gotta say that went suspiciously well. It went way, way better than I thought it was gonna go. As in, I mean, I usually think it'll go reasonably well, but we barely took any damage at all. 34 losses, and yeah, the Enchantress can out-heal most of the stuff, but the peasants are too fragile for healing most of the time, as combatants don't get resurrected by Earthblood. Well, either way, well done. One of the peasant mobs, the unwashed masses specifically, did 8.5k, 8.3k on the Madmen of the Lady Pilgrims, Workers' Revolution, 7.6k. Yeah, some nice standouts, and 69 nice 100 damage on the fanboys or fanboys. And of course, the biggest tranche of damages comes from 8.8 88k and 86k from the Knights of Knee and the Companions of the Fae, i.e. the Grail Knights. Well done to you all. SKRAG is done for. We're going to occupy Eckendorf and get Legend on the Fae Enchantress. I think that's it. All of the Legendary Lords now have a Legend on them. And on top of that, defeated SKRAG gives us miscast-based chance reduction and wins a magic power reserve capacity, which is most useful by far on the Fae Enchantress. Beautiful. And another Obsidian Amulet for Vow completed. Yes, that's great. Not for you. I give all of the Obsidian Amulets to our damsels, which there isn't one in this particular army. Very nice, very nice. Eckendorf is a place that we want to hold, as we have now linked. No, wait, we're not linked. We need to get Argalis from the... from Arguelon in order to link our empire back through. Well, hopefully we will, or maybe even trade Fort Sol from... Nope, Karakazor is still owned by Arguelon. Damn it, Arguelon. Alright, well, we'll try to trade it at some point. Anyway, with that, I'm going to call the episode here. As to how long the rest of the campaign is going to last, we'll see. We're obviously heading towards the end game right now, but how many more episodes will probably just be determined by engagement, etc., etc. So don't forget to leave those likes and comments below if you're enjoying this. Don't forget to leave a like and... I just said that. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.